Gentlemen, maybe gentle ladies, as usual, welcome back. Oh, 2 videos in a row. But hey, I discovered something really cool. Complete bonkers. But you already seen the intro, so let's roll. As usual, a little disclaimer. This build will not delete entire screen of the mobs with single press of a button, but creator of this build is simply having fun. Enjoy. What's good? What's bad? What's ugly? Good? Do I really need to explain? What's bad? Bossing. Like if you are going to Axion with this, and you probably will, bring a gun. I will explain later. And ugly? There is no ugly. Alright, the build is following the modules. Main damage sword, singular master and skill simplification because of the skill power modifier. Usually the skills with the low skill power modifier benefit most of it. Also, it helps with the damage over time. Deals around 50% damage of our main damage for 5 seconds. We're going non-crit, and for that I'm picking singular amplification and electric amplifications. But I prefer stable damage over RNG, so we don't need to go back if we haven't killed something. Next, Decimator. Skill power modifier, same reasoning before. I also picked up the Spear and Shield for the 8% of the skill power because we are no longer using MP Collector like with usual builds. Now the quality of life, skill expansion and amplification control. I'm not using maximize range, we can still cap the range without it, and we don't need to sacrifice skill power modifier from the reasonings before. And what makes this build truly shine? Skill extension, MP Accelerant. Thanks to that, we're going over 30 seconds of AoE. We don't need to get off the bike that often, and it's actually higher than the initial cooldown. It will also help us with the trigger module. I'm picking up Gap in Time, not RK leakage, because first, amount of mobs we're hitting completely drains our mana. The second reason, the cooldown. If you reach 0 MP, it just stops working, and you need to wait first your skill and this thing to be off cooldown to increase your damage. So I'm going with the more consistent option, 31% additional damage. Plus it triggers all the time because I didn't pick up any cooldown reduction and instead went with duration. No cooldown, free damage. It also affects our ultimate, which you will be using for bossing, even first skill if you wish. Weapons, 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 weapons. For loyalty's sake, I always use Thunder Cage on her, however, it's mostly to destroy the shields in the Void Vessel and cap sprint speed. With Bunny, you need only 10% to cap her new movement speed, which is 1600. However, as I mentioned before, if you have bossing weapons, you can use that as well, because in Axion, second phase bosses usually overtuned. Reactor. Simple choice. Singularity reactor with electric and singular boosts. And make sure whatever bossing weapon you will pick up matches that, or you will lose 60% damage. Components. Big surprise. Slayer set. Usual one. HP, MP recovery, double MP, defense, shield and double shield. For the cores, HP and defense. You will have only around 7000 HP. However, you also have 1,500 shield. Kinda low, but with the bike you're not getting hit much. And if you will get hit thanks to Spear and Shield, more than 50% damage reduction. Arcade tuning. Pretty straightforward, we're going for the maximum skill power, duration, some HP, 1 point is kinda leftover, you can donate it to ggDebon if you wish. Mutated Cell, Electric Cohesion. Not a big surprise, gives us the most skill power. For inversion, some things changed, so we're going with the focus boost. Not really needed, however you can pick up Exterminator one if you will be using that against the bosses. For second one, deploy Hardened Shell. For the damage reduction, we lost our constant HP bonus, now it has only 50% HP threshold, gives around 12% of HP and has a cooldown. And for the third one, probabilistic recovery system, just a little bonus when you pick up MP HP orbs to give additional HP or MP. For the min-maxing, as I mentioned, my bike is still researching, I will have to upgrade it and test a bit, however we're looking for the maximum movement speed, because third skill of a bunny completely depends on how fast you move. The faster you move, the more often it triggers, the more DPS you will have. If the bike will be better, as usual, I will update the pinned comment. Post-production Debon here, Vortex is better for short-term DPS, for longer distances, Orca is still on top. Remember to activate your third skill when you have full of custom resource. Full resource, more damage. You can strafe around with the turbo to not lose any speed, especially when you need to kill some boss. Bonus tip. Your third skill breaks boxes, you don't really need to ride over them, and your doggo will pick up the loot. Ines, this time you got a strong contender. For the bossing, you can actually activate your ultimate before it finishes charging. Ines has also difficulty of bossing. Some bosses will have this weak point phase, so just destroy that, activate your third skill, and kill it. Guys, please excuse me. I need some example. Jump over the mobs to avoid collision, plus you move a little bit faster, which causes more DPS. As I mentioned, the faster you move, the more often it triggers. And remember the strafing. GG. So yeah, this is it. Hopefully you will enjoy, because I really do. As always, if there will be some updates, check down the pinned comment. But still, have fun, happy grind, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. Devs, please make the Luna play her music on bike. Yes.